graphic designers often find it challenging to draw shapes of their choice in Pixellab. This draw tool here do not really help as much as the Bezier tool. In this video, I'll give a vivid description of how to use the Bezier tool in your Pixellab. When designing, be it flyer, business cards, social media posts, and others, you sometimes need to draw a shape, especially when you are creating an abstract logo. It won't be difficult for you if you know how to handle and effectively use your Bezier tool. Let me quickly show you how it works. Let's start with the upper part. The plus icon here, okay, let me change my background first so you can see clearly, so you can see what I'm doing clearly. Yeah, and let me delete this. So let's go back. You tap on this middle feature here and let's start again. So this is the Bezier feature. The plus icon here is used to add more lines. So if you want more lines, you tap on this plus icon. Then if you want to undo your lines, you tap on this minus icon to reduce the lines. So this is how you do it. You add, then you subtract if you don't need the extra lines. So assuming you have 3 lines here, if you want to go back to this second line, to your previous line, you tap on this second icon. So you can see that if you want to move forward, you tap on this fifth icon. 1 2 3 4 5, fifth icon. So that's how you do it. Then if you want to subtract, you tap on the this last icon, then you add. So we've known the features of these 4 icons. Then this third icon is used to check the number of lines you've added. So we have 3 lines here, so it's showing 3. So you should subtract, it should show 2, and you add. Then assuming you want to let's say this one is okay, let's say we've edited this last one. Then assuming we want to duplicate this last one, we want to make a copy of it, we'll tap on this copy icon. So you see. So now that we are done with the upper parts of the Bezier tool, let's go to the Bezier mode. What does it mean? This first mode helps you add points. You can add more points with this first mode. So you can see it's now 3 points. It's now 3 points. Then let me make it 6 points. 4, 5, then 6 points. 6 points. So this is how it works. Then if you want to enclose your line, maybe you want to form a circular shape or a curve or any thing that will involve being enclosed, you enclose the line using these second actions. So you can see there are 4 actions here. You use the second action to enclose the line. This second action to enclose the line. Then if you want to open your line, you will tap on this third icon, which helps to disjoint the line. This third action. The third action will open the line, while the second action will enclose the line. So take note of it. We open the line, then we enclose the line. So you open. Then in case you want to remove some points, you tap on these first actions to cancel out some points. So let's take it back to 2 points, just 2 points. Yeah, so it's now 2 points. You use your first action to cancel your points or to reduce your points. Then your second action to enclose your line. Then the third action to open the line. This other action here, this one here, helps you to reduce the length or increase the length of the line. So this is how it works. So if you want a shorter line, you make it short. If you want a longer line, you make it long. So if you are using a shorter line, I will advise you to always zoom in so you can see your work properly. You zoom in. This is how you zoom in. You tap on your zoom, it's 100%, and then you zoom in to 500. This is how you zoom. Then when you want to start working, you deactivate your zoom. You release it. Then if you want to take it back to the actual scale, you zoom out. So that's how it works. So let's deactivate our zoom. So that's it. Then this fourth action here is to rotate the line. You use it to rotate the line. So let's go to the stroke feature. This stroke width helps you to increase the thickness of your line. So in case you want to reduce the thickness, it's best you work with a stroke width of 1. When you are drawing or you want to trace out a shape, it's best to work with a stroke width of 1. If you've been watching my videos, you will observe that I always use a stroke width of 1. I don't make the lines very thick. I always use a stroke width of 1. Then if you don't want any stroke, you reduce it to 0. So when drawing, you increase it to 1. Then when you are done drawing and you want to apply your color, you reduce it to 0. So this feature helps you to get your desired edges. So assuming we have something like this, trace something like this, yeah, let's say something like this, trace something like this. Assuming we have something like this, to get a curved edge, to get a normal edge, you use this first feature here. Then to get a square edge, you use this part. Then to get a not too square edge, you use this third action here. So that's why you use the features from. So next is our opacity. This is how it works. Opacity is 100 right now. After filling your color, let's say you want to give it a black color. After filling your color, you use your opacity to make it show. So this is it. So let's change our background color first. Let's change our background color to black. Let's change to black. Let's go back and edit. So now when our opacity is 0, our line will not have color, but when we increase it to 100, we'll be able to add color to it. So it's currently white, whereas when we reduce the opacity, it appears not to have color. So when we increase it, we'll be able to add color. So that's how it works. You add your color, make it. Let's use white since our background is, or let's use black since we're going to make our background white. Yeah. So let's go back and work. So we now know how every feature works. So now, how do you trace using your Bezier mode? Let me explain better to you. When you tap on this first action, this first mode, you are able to select point. Remember, I explained this earlier. Then you are able to reduce your point when you tap on this first action. So first of all, open your line. When you open your line, you won't be able to apply color. So it's good you always close your line to add color to your shape. So we've opened our line, then we use this first action to reduce our points. So you see, that's how the first action work. I've explained this before. So this second action, let's look at how this second action work before we before we use the second action, we need to add points. It's just 1 point here, so let's add, let's say 2 points. Let's make it 2 points. Yeah. So after adding your points, don't start tracing when you've not activated your second mode. So in order to start tracing, you need to activate your second mode. So you tap on your second mode. Then when you tap on your second mode, a arrow will show here. An arrow will appear. So it's this arrow that you use to direct your line, the edges of your line. So you can choose to drag it here. Same with this second arrow. You tap on this point, then another arrow will appear. This is what you use to direct. So let's say we want to draw something like let's say a semicircle. Okay, you drag your points to form a curve. Make sure it's accurate. Then this is just a line. So if you want to enclose the line, you tap on your second action. Then the second action will cause another arrow to appear at the opposite side of the first arrow. So this is for the second line, this is for the first line. This first arrow for the first line, this second arrow is for the second line. Same with this, it will have an opposite arrow. So let's make it circular. Yeah, circular. So this is how it's very, very simple to use. So if you want to add another point, you tap on this place, then just tap wherever position you wish to place the point. So we are done with our circle. If you want to duplicate, you can duplicate. So you see, duplicate, you can move to the next one, and let's subtract. Yeah, so this is how it works. Then if you want to move this circle to different sides of this workspace, you tap on this third mode. So the third mode helps you to move your circle to any part of your workspace. So if you do not activate the third mode and you tap on this second mode, then while attempting to push the circle to another side of the workspace, you may end up ruining your shape. So it's advisable that you always tap on your third mode to move your shape in order not to ruin your work. So next, let's increase our opacity, and we can now change our color. As you can see how simple it is. Then we can decide to increase our stroke weight or reduce our stroke weight. When you reduce your stroke weight to 0, you won't see any trace of black line. So that's it. That's the aim of reducing your stroke weight. After sketching, it will look very, very, very neat. So now that we are done with our circle, let's work on a different shape. So now I'll bring in my my already downloaded sketch so we can trace it. I'll go to my gallery. Let's trace this. Let's trace this. We'll be working with this. Let me hide this. We're working with this. Lock. So you just tap on anywhere to activate your Bezier tool in case your layer is still highlighted. So assuming the first layer is highlighted or the second layer is highlighted, you won't be able to activate your Bezier tool. So always make sure that none of the layers are highlighted. So how do you do it? You tap on anywhere around the workspace to activate. So this is it. So let's bring in our line. We'll be using a blue line so we can see clearly. I think blue with different shades, or let's make it red so that we'll be able to see clearly. No, blue is better. Light blue, yeah, blue is better, so we'll be able to differentiate the line from the lines of the star. So now let's get back to work. So now I'll need to work on this first line of the star. So you tap on your second action to start working. You drag to this place, and let's drag this point to this place. Yeah, it's at this point. Reduce your stroke. Let's reduce our stroke to 1. I like working with 1. Reduce your stroke to 1. Then now move your line, move it. Remember I said if your line is too long, you reduce it with this fourth action. Yeah, then you move your line here using your third mode. Move it. So now let's work. So simple. All you just need to do is to pay attention to what you are doing. It's not difficult. Try not to make any mistake. You can zoom in to ensure accuracy. So you can see we've succeeded in tracing out one part of the star. So now let's zoom out. Activate your zoom, then zoom out a little. Now let's trace this other part. So now deactivate your zoom, then tap on this first mode to add points. So we are going to add another point. We'll add another point here. Yeah, we've added another point. Now to work on that point, you tap on your second mode. So let's start working. So after increasing your opacity, you can now change your color. So make sure you reduce your stroke to 0. And you can change your color to any color of your choice. Or you can decide to use gradient color where you select 2, 3, 4, 5 or more colors. Just to try to color gradient. So I'll be choosing. So this is my desired shape. You can see how simple it is to use your Bezier tool. It's not as difficult as you may think. This is it. That's how you do it. So let's hide this. This time I would like us to trace a logo. It's a Nike logo. So let me bring it from my gallery. Let's trace this logo. I'm going to trace this logo using our Bezier tool. So like I said before, to activate your Bezier tool, you need to make sure that none of the layers are highlighted. So you tap on any part of the workspace to activate your Bezier tool. Now let's start. Watch what I'm doing. Like I said before, reduce your stroke width to 1. Then activate your second mode. And let's start tracing. I'm gonna zoom in. Wow, so simple to work on. Next, you reduce your stroke width and increase your opacity. Let's give it black color. Let's give it a black color. Let's give it a black color. This is it. So this is our Nike logo. You can see how simple it was to trace our Nike logo. Very, very, very simple. So like I said before, you can use your Bezier tool to create different abstract logos, different shapes, different layouts in your flyers, be it a social media post or a business card. So keep on practicing with your Bezier tool and make the best use of it.